Do you want to tutor from anywhere in the world without any limitations or any native rules? Websites or tutor platforms are globally recognized that accept all nationalities. I'm bringing to you tutor sites that accept all nationalities, globally accepted from anywhere you are located. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be talking to you about legit tutor sites that you get on there, apply to become a tutor and start any money from anywhere you're located in the world. I'm bringing you from the 5 sides. I'm gonna be starting with the lowest paying to the highest paying, so make sure to stick around on the video because the fourth and the fifth ones are the ones that will pay you the highest, whereas the fifth one, the second and the first ones will be the ones that will pay you the highest, while the fourth and the fifth ones are the ones that pay you the lowest. So starting with the fifth one, we have in fifth position we have NativeCam. If you know NativeCam, with NativeCam, you go on nativecam.net, you apply to become a tutor. They do have a process. You come on the NativeCam website, application process step by step. The step one, you register with your email, you fill in your information, you prepare for environmental check, meaning they're going to check your environment to make sure that it's well lighted. Make sure when you're doing it, you have an environment where the lights are up, or maybe you can do it closer to your windows, you have a good lighting. Then complete your English test. They're going to give you an English test for you to do. Then complete the self-learning program. So when they give you the self-learning program, they're going to give you a demo lesson for you to do in order for you to qualify to become a tutor. When you pass the demo lesson, you finish your registration and you become a tutor. When you finish your demo lesson and you pass successfully, you become a tutor on NativeCam. And on NativeCam, you easily get jobs because it's a Chinese website. You easily get jobs because students are on there 247. You get a lot of jobs on there. If you're an English teacher, you get a lot of jobs on there. There's high demand for English teachers on NativeCam. Even though it doesn't pay much, it pays from like $5 for every 20 to 30 minutes. They pay from like $5. It ranges. If you're a new tutor, you can get from like $5 every time the amount progresses. So you get jobs there easily. You can make from like $10 to $15 per hour. It depends, $10 to $15 per hour on the side, depending on how well you're willing to work, what you're willing to put in on the side. You don't need to make any lessons on your own or anything on your own like the other sites. You get the lessons from NativeCam. They give you the lessons and you just teach and you start making money. So that's it for NativeCam. And with NativeCam, I'm gonna give it a 4.5/10 because it's actually the lowest paying side, tutor side that I know. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5/10. But if you're willing, I know many people that are working on the side and are making a good amount of money, especially if you're in Africa. You can make a good amount of money that you can take care of yourself. If you're willing to put in the work, why not? You can make a lot of money from there. Okay, the fourth site we'll be talking about is called Palefish. Palefish is a tutoring site where you get to tutor and you get paid with kids. You can either become a tutor, a structured tutor, or you make money by talking, free talk, like holding conversations, just talking over the phone with somebody, and you make money depending on the number of minutes you guys talk. So you can either get paid by just teaching, or either get paid by talking to kids, communicating with them, correcting the English language, try to give them correction, try to tell them how to talk, give them constructive lessons that are willing to improve on their English language skills. And with that, what you have to do, you come to the site, you come to payfish.com. You can actually download the app. They do have an app. You can actually download it either from the iOS or the Android Play Store. OKC is recruiting experienced teaching kids English as a second language. Have a natural and clear accent. You have to have a teaching certificate. So you can get a teaching certificate online, or if you have experience in teaching, definitely you have a teaching certificate. You can be online for more than 10 hours in a week. That's what they require of you, preferable major in education and all that. And it's very flexible. They have a very flexible schedule. So on Payfish, you can get to make actually from like $14 to $20 an hour on the site. If you're somebody that likes to talk to kids, get to talk to them easily, and you can make money on the site. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5/10 because it's actually good, and it also has a process. You have to apply, get accepted, then, and they do also have structured lessons, so you don't need to prepare your lessons. They do have structured lessons that are available for you. And the website we're going to be talking about is called Tutor Ocean. With Tutor Ocean, you it's just like Preply. You get to sign up, you create your tutor profile, set the amount that you're willing to like offer lessons for. Then there are varieties of languages. You don't need to know only English language on Tutor Ocean. You can teach different languages: physics, biology, chemistry, economics, business, whatever language, whatever field of study that you're good in, you can teach it on Tutor Ocean. So, and you get to put your rates that you're willing to. And when students book you, you get to make money from it. It's actually more paying because you get to decide your own salary on the site. And new tutors actually they do always set from like $15 to $20 as a starting price. But with experienced tutors, professionals, they get to set from like $25 upward per hour. So students will book you, and when they book you, there is a booking system. When they book you, there's you guys get into the classroom, the visual classroom, and most times they do have a trial session where the students pay for a trial session. Sometimes the trial session you will not get paid. The student will get to see if they like you or not, and make sure to be likable. Make sure to be friendly with the students so they get to like sign up to you over and over again. So with Tutor Ocean, you can make as much as possible depending on the number of students that are willing to sign up to your courses or sign up to what you're teaching and the number of hours you're willing to put in. So you can actually make a lot of money on Tutor Ocean if you have bookings, enough bookings. So I'm gonna be giving it a 6/10. Why a 6/10? Because just like Preply, it's difficult from the beginning. It's not easy. Like if you're just starting off, it's difficult for you. It's gonna be difficult for you to get students easily. It's with time you progress gradually, and you have to make sure you're online all the time, trying to get familiar with different tutors and so on and so forth. And make sure to always reply to students immediately. Maybe you can on your notifications on the website or on the app, so that when a student books you, you get it immediately and you respond to the student. Because if a student books you and you're not available, they go to the next tutor. They don't wait for you, they will go to the next person. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 because it takes a gradual process for you to really start making money on there. But when you want to make money on there, when you finally make it on there, you can make as much as $3K upwards, $3,000 upwards in a month. Okay, the next site we'll be talking about, the next site we'll be talking about, which is the second site, is called Superproof. Superproof is like a freelance site where, as a tutor, you go on there, you become a freelancer, you become a tutor to teach different subjects: arts, music, academic, anything in life, sports. There's no limitations on Superproof. You get to teach different subjects that you're versed with, and with Superproof, you get to set your own payment methods. The payment method that you're willing to, you get to set your own rates, you get to organize your own schedule, and you get to even do in-person and online jobs. You can actually, if you have people in your location who want you to tutor them, and get to see them on Superproof, you can go to their location and you teach them. So Superproof, you have the availability of in-person and remote jobs. All you have to do is come to the website superproof.com, become a tutor, sign up with your email address, set your own rates, set your own schedule, the time you're willing to teach, and you start making money. And there you can set any amount of money depending on the expertise, depending on what the student wants you to teach them or the person wants you to teach them. If you're teaching them music, sports, whatever thing, gaming, whatever thing you're teaching, it will depend on what you're teaching. Your amount, your rates you're setting will depend on what you're teaching the person. So you will be the one to determine the rates. You will be the one to determine the time. You have that conversation with the student on the time they're willing to take the lessons, if they're willing to take it in person or online. And just like that, you start making money, and people make as much as 5K a month on Superproof. Interior is 7.5/10 too, because you have full control. Why I'm giving it 7.5? Because on there you have full control. Like, they don't determine the payment method for you. You determine your payment method. You determine how much you'll be paid, how you want to be paid, what you're going to teach on there. Not like the other sites where they tell you have to teach only English language. With Superproof, you get to teach different subjects, different areas of studies: physics, sports, music, business, whatever thing you have expertise in, you get to teach it on Superproof. To the number one site that will pay you very well, which is called Amazing Talker. Amazing Talker is an Asian site which is highly recognized. It's the number one site because it is globally recognized, and you have highest potential of earning lots of money on this site because it's a site where the site promotes you. They help to push your content also. If you are a good tutor on the side, they help you to push your content, and that's how you get more jobs and you get more money. Okay, we are Amazing Talker. All you have to do is come to en.amazingtalker.com. If you come here, you see how much I've been able to pay in the last month. The last month, how much I've been able to pay. And on there, you get to do online English lessons, conversations with different levels. You get to teach different levels, become an online teacher, and you see how much I'm willing to pay you per hour. You can set from like $15, $20 every hour. It's very flexible. You become your own boss, like different languages: English, Spanish, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, French, Portuguese, Thailand, whatever language that you're willing, you know, whatever language that you know you're versed with and you're good at, you get to teach students of different, and you get to pay from they get to pay from $16 to $20 an hour on this side. Budget for each class $16 to $20. Get matched with students by our platform. So there's a matching board where you can easily get matched according to what a student is looking for. If a student is looking for maybe a physics teacher, and on your tutor profile you've written that you know physics, you're versed with so and so in physics, you will easily get matched with that student, and the student will contact you, or you can contact the student and be like, and send them your proposal. And send them your proposal, and they say that it's good and they're willing to pay for it. They pay for it, and you go on from there and you start making money. Okay, some tips I'm gonna be saying with the tutor sites. In order for you to get more students, I'm gonna recommend you to make engaging, catchy videos on your. If you're making your tutor profile, make sure your introductory video is catchy enough, it's convincing enough to the student in order for them to book you. Like you give a persuading, an engaging, a more toward video, a video that when a student looks at, they'll be willing to say, "Oh, I would like this tutor to teach me." And if you have that, and you put in your hours, definitely you put in your hours, and make sure to teach. Like it depends on your time zone. Make sure to always be online during the peak hours. Maybe for example at night. Maybe like most of this ancient ground, maybe during the mornings is our night. So make sure you're always available during the peak hours so that you get more gigs and you get to make money and start earning big on this platform. So that's it for this video today. If you want more on tutor sites, leave a comment down below in the comment section, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and thank you all so much for watching. See you in our next video.